This is the worst 10-ly satisfying car list I've ever seen. Apparently these are models that stood out to drivers for how much they disappointed. And since you like negative videos on YouTube, why not? Let's give it a shot. We begin with Jeep Renegade. Judged on appearance and presence alone, there's plenty to like about this vehicle. Its modern design features striking styling, a substantial solid feel, and a respectable amount of rear cargo space for its diminutive size. Doesn't take long, though, for the Renegade's charm to wear thin, according to survey results gathered by Consumer Reports. For starters, handling proves cumbersome. The ride is choppy. The front seats are uncomfortable, and the view out is restricted. What's more, the fancy 9-speed automatic transmission, you've heard of that, haven't you? Doesn't quite have its gear juggling act together, according to drivers. It's reluctant to downshift, leaving the 180 horsepower 4-cylinder engine feeling underpowered and sounding raspy. Next up is the Toyota CHR. Toyota apparently blurs a line between the hatchback and subcompact SUV segments with this vehicle. Once Consumer Reports staff members got past the vehicle's avant-garde styling, they found that this Toyota drives decently, but it has a few glaring faults that may take it out of contention for potential buyers just like yourself. First off, the CHR isn't available with all-wheel drive, as are its Honda HR-V, Mazda CX-3, and Subaru Crosstrek competitors, making it more car than SUV. Second, it is abnormally slow, with 0 to 60 times of more than 11 seconds. And third, the Toyota's rear and side visibilities are horrendous. Okay, at number 8, the Chevrolet Trax. Done properly, a subcompact SUV fulfills its promise of budget-friendly pricing, interior versatility, easy access, available all-wheel drive, impressive fuel economy, and an elevated driving position. Then there's a Chevy Trax. In creating this vehicle, Chevy's strategy appears to have been to produce a mere placeholder of a vehicle smaller than the Equinox, using a model cheaply cobbled together from the underwhelming built-to-price Sonic. Number 7 is the Nissan Pathfinder. The midsize Pathfinder has seating for up to 7, but the second row seat is very low and the third row seat is tight. The 3.5-liter V6 CVT delivered respectable acceleration and 18 miles per gallon overall in Consumer Reports test. They also found the ride to be comfortable enough, but handling lacks agility. The quiet cabin is spacious and the controls are fairly easy to master, they say. The passenger side rear seat can be moved forward with a child seat installed. That's good. A recent freshening saw the V6 gain 24 horsepower and an increase in towing capacity to 6,000 pounds. Forward collision warning with automatic emergency braking is standard, and overall the Pathfinder is practical but rather boring to drive and doesn't stand out from its other peers, apparently. Next is the Cadillac ATS. Cadillac's capable sports sedan is discontinued for 2019 and remains in coupe-only form. It's capable and fun to drive, but rather maddening to live with, apparently. The ATS's sharp handling and eager performance give up nothing compared with the best European sports coupes, including the Audi A5 and BMW 4 Series. The ride is taut and controlled without being punishing or harsh. Moving on to the Nissan Versa Note, which comes in at number 5. This little subcompact offers amazing space and versatility. It's also quieter and more relaxed to drive than most competitors. Its tall stance and wide doors make it easy to maneuver, park, hop into, and out of. The rear seat is really roomy and the ride feels comfortable and relaxed. Handling is more responsive than the Versa sedans. Consumer Reports' main gripes are its awkward driving position, squishy front seats, and lack of interior storage. The CVT can magnify coarse engine noise when accelerating. Now at number 4 is the Lexus IS. Lexus built the IS sports sedan to challenge the BMW 3 Series and Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Consumer Reports says the IS doesn't even come close to the German pair's ride and handling prowess, fun-to-drive character, technology features, or luxury appeal. That sounds pretty harsh. Add in the IS's cramped interior and mediocre fuel economy, and it's clear that Lexus phoned this one in. That's what they say. Its best qualities are quintessential Lexus assets like reliability and customer service. That's a good reputation. Now, taking the bronze medal in this list for least satisfying car is the Dodge Journey. Smaller than the typical midsize SUV, the Journey is a dated and mediocre performer, they say. It rides decently and is fairly quiet, but that's about it. It suffers from a lack of agility, lousy fuel economy from its 3.6-liter V6, getting 16 miles per gallon overall, a reluctant transmission, and a tiny third-row seat. For the same sticker price of a V6-powered Journey, one can buy the much better Kia Sorento. Poor results from the Journey's Insurance Institute for Highway Safety small overlap crash test and subpar reliability and owner satisfaction add to its long list of demerits. Hefty discounts are common, but don't fall for this SUV that's soon to be put out to pasture. Ouch! Okay, the runner-up on this list is the Nissan Sentra. Overall, the compact Sentra trails the class. A recent refreshing resulted in a quieter car, thanks in part to the less intrusive CVT. Handling is fairly responsive and secure, but the ride is stiff and the driving experience is ho-hum and joyless. Acceleration times are among the slowest in the class. The cockpit is narrow and the front seats lack support. The Sentra looks good on paper, but it ultimately fails to live up to expectations. The Sentra is underwhelming to drive and feels cheap, which is problematic in a class that's growing even more refined. All right, the number one least satisfying car, according to consumer feedback, is the Acura ILX. Sometimes you just can't transcend humble origins. Trying to make a premium model out of the previous generation Honda Civic is a fool's errand, as proved by the Acura ILX. Adding projector headlights and slapping the Acura badge on the car shouldn't deceive anyone. There is nothing wrong with the concept of providing an upscale experience in a small package, but the ILX's hard ride, loud cabin, and lack of some essential features undermine that goal. Charging $30 grand for this vehicle is unfair on Honda's part, and based on the low owner satisfaction score, buyers agree. So, there you go. Thoughts, feedback? Again, this is based on Consumer Reports collected data from drivers of more than 500,000 vehicles. I'm not making this stuff up. Drivers also rated their cars in 6 categories: driving experience, comfort, value, styling, audio, and climate systems to come up with this list. What are your thoughts? If you are so inclined, leave them in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, all that stuff is helpful and appreciated. I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks for watching. Adios. One more thing before you go, I've added links in the description below to some of the best-selling automotive accessories and products on Amazon right now, plus links to some of the product reviews I've done. You can find it in the description below this video. And if you don't mind, take a couple of seconds and click that subscribe button. I'm uploading 2, 3, sometimes 4 new videos every week, and I don't want you to miss anything, plus it helps support my channel. As always, if you have any constructive criticism, thoughts, or suggestions about my video, please leave it in the comment section below.